Hello, everybody. It's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and I'm here to do another one of these wrestling talk videos. This is the third edition. I might be doing this one by myself, but man, I'm already getting tired. So, oh my god, okay, I'm losing my mind here. Sorry, I'm just getting really tired. Usually it's better if I have more people involved. Hopefully Mitch from Goldsmith Entertainment will appear, and I did send an invite to Ashton from Twitwell, but I don't know if he will respond or even get in here. But we'll see what happens. You may never know. So before we get into negatives, I just want to go ahead and talk about the Mae Classic. Now, before I go on, no spoilers. Absolutely not. I know. Do not put spoilers in the chat. Do not spoil it in the comments. If you do, I will immediately remove them. I don't want any spoilers for the Classic. I know the tapings have already been done. We don't know the results, at least for the actual winner, but we do know who are going to be in the final two, and I have no idea who they are. I just want to watch the thing for myself. With that being said, I do want to talk about some of the participants that I do know or I remember, in my view, are going to be favorites. First of all, we have Marty Bell. I watched her in formerly known as TNA. She's wrestled in the independents. She's a very great talent, and so I'm going to be rooting for her. We got, I believe she's formerly known as Jade. I forgot what her name is on the Mae Classic, but it's Jade from also TNA. Very good wrestler. She's wrestling independents. I'm rooting for her. Another big favorite is actually Candice LeRae, who's the wife of John Gargano. She's a big name. She's wrestled a few times on NXT. I've seen some of her work, and she's a very, very great athlete. She's definitely heavy favorite to win this tournament. Again, I don't know if she's actually in the finals or not. Remember, guys, I will remove your comments. Do not spoil the Mae Young Classic. I want to watch it for myself. Another one is, I believe it's Serena Deeb. I believe that's the name. Serena Deeb, I think that is. She actually used to be part of the Straight Edge Society, CM Punk stable back in 2010. Oh, Serena. I think it was Serena Deeb. She grew out her hair, I saw. She looks great. Since I almost actually didn't recognize her until I watched the Lexman's video. I'm like, oh shoot, that's her. Wow. So she's definitely going to be kind of a dark horse in this tournament. Another probably number one favorite, or at least the top ones, is probably going to be Hojo. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name, but unfortunately they're not using Hojo. They're using a different name. But I believe it's Hojo. She is the favorite, in my view, to win the entire thing. And to be honest, I would not actually be surprised if she won. However, that's probably what Doty's trying to get us to do, is think, oh, Hojo's going to automatically win the same, but it could be somebody new. Kind of like the Cruiserweight Classic. Everybody was assuming, Kota Ibushi or Zack Sabre Jr. was going to win the tournament, but then they threw curveball and did T.J. Perkins, which I thought was cool. And same thing with the UK tournament. A lot of people thought, oh, Pete Dunne was going to win, or Wolfgang was going to win. Trent Seven was going to win, but instead they gave it to Tyler Bate. Very unexpected. So I expect, some of the people I listed to be favorites and go far, but I would not be surprised if none of them won the entire thing. None of them won the tournament. Honestly, there's a few more names in there, but the fans have told me to keep an eye on. A lot of fans are really looking forward to. Most of these women I have never heard of. I've never seen them before, so it's kind of a fresh start for me. It's very fresh, and that's what I like about it. It gets me to introduce all these great talent and everything, and all these different styles. Some of them are going to be striking, some of them are going to be technical, high flying powerhouses. There's a lot of different styles. Same thing with the UK and Cruiserweight Classic. So I'm definitely really looking forward to this tournament a lot. But I know, again, the finals are already in, so I have no idea who's in the tournament. Tournament. I can't say tournament. So there we go. I just botched that for a second. I almost botched that. Out of that, those are just some of the participants. All the participants are on the WWE YouTube channel. You can search them all out. Again, very interesting selection there. But those are just my picks and favorites to win the tournament. Now we go ahead and move on to the more controversial stuff. The more negative side of things. I want to talk about the first one that has been happening recently. Then the last thing that just happened. I actually just got the news out today. So, as you are wondering, apparently the last couple shows, they have not used any pyro for WWE, whether that being Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views. So I was kind of confused of why they stopped using pyro all of a sudden, because they've been using pyro for a long while, and all of a sudden they just stopped using them for some reason. Like if you watch AJ Styles' entrance, he doesn't have the sparks come out. Even Becky Lynch doesn't even have like the smog or steam come out of the ground. Brock Lesnar never came out with the pyro that he usually does, and it seems awkward. And I was confused. And everybody was confused. Like, what's going on? Apparently, this was, I guess, Road Dogg's decision, who's the head writer for SmackDown now, and one of the producers of WWE. Apparently, he made the decision to not use pyro anymore, or at least for a long while. And his reason is to kind of cut back and kind of save money. Which, again, I find a little interesting because a good buddy of Road Dogg's, X-Pac, actually retweeted a fan about the whole ratings and how it's not doing good. And X-Pac actually said, well, in 1999, when ratings were 8.0, revenue, WWE would get a revenue of, what was it, like $300 million, which is quite a bit. But then you go to today's WWE, and of course the ratings are like 2.5 or lower. They're very, very low. But the revenue they earn is over 700 million, if I'm not mistaken. So, and that's in 2017. So here's my question: why cut back on the pyro if you're making even more money now than you were in 1999? And to keep in mind, 1999, they were still using pyro, and they're only making 300 million. Now they're making almost 800 million, and now they decided to cut back on the pyro. In my opinion, it doesn't really add up. But it is Road Dogg's decision, it is WWE's decision, and I'm not gonna argue with that per se. But it is I'm quite curious about that. Me personally, I don't understand why they had to cancel the pyro. I think it played a big part in WWE. Like, for example, before a show starts, play the pyro. The pyro goes off. It gets you pumped up for the show, whether the show's going to be good or bad, or you're looking forward to it or not. At least it's almost like a tradition. It gets you pumped up and excited for the show. And the wrestlers that come out, certain wrestlers that come out with certain effects or pyro, makes it really stand out. For example, Brock Lesnar or Goldberg, Shawn Michaels, even AJ Styles was very intriguing. And I'm not saying every wrestler has to have pyro or anything, but what I am saying is, we'll still do the pyro. Like, we're not asking to do pyro for every single freaking wrestler. Do it for the wrestlers that matter, and still do at pay-per-views, especially WrestleMania. I mean, what happens at WrestleMania? Are you not going to do pyro? I mean, that's going to be very odd to do, and that's not good. It's not going to feel the same for WrestleMania to not do pyro. I mean, unless that's their only exception, is doing pyro for maybe like WrestleMania or one of the big 4 pay-per-views. But so far, it looks like they're not going to bring back pyro, at least not yet. And quite honestly, it just doesn't add up, especially with the revenue they're making. And I don't understand why they're now, unless, cutting out the pyro, and now are getting now 800,000 now because of them cutting pyro. Unless that's the explanation, that I understand. What I want to know is, if you were to use the pyro and the smoke and stuff like that, how much revenue will you still have? Is it like a big dramatic, drop? That's what I'm trying to get at. I know pyro's not cheap or anything, but I'm just curious. I mean, heck, if you really want to not waste so much money, why not just at least use the pyro opening of shows, mainly pay-per-views? Like, why not just use pyro the opening of pay-per-views? That way you're still using some pyro, but you're not using enough where you're wasting even more money. You can still save some money. At least you're spending some where, kind of keep the tradition going. But that's just me personally. So I'll say I don't really agree with them getting rid of the pyro, but it is what it is, and hopefully it'll return, or there'll be some sort of solution. That's all I can really say about that. Now let's move on to the next one. Now this is the one that just happened recently. We just got the news today, and oh god, okay, I don't really know why this is happening, but so if you guys have been living on a rock, today they've officially announced that Talking Smack is officially going to be canceled. That the last week's show, or this Tuesday's Talking Smack, was indeed the last Talking Smack, and now a lot of people are upset. They're angry, and I'm not happy either. Talking Smack was one of those shows I love to watch. I don't know why they canceled. Apparently, the rumor by Dave Meltzer is the fact that people just stopped watching it, or not enough people watched it. It's weird. I kind of understand where he's coming from. I'm not saying every Talking Smack is spot perfect, but when Talking Smack's good, it's good, and the message gets passed around. Like the Miz one, back late last year, that's still one of the best episodes of Talking Smack, and that was probably the best Miz promo ever because he was speaking from the heart. Honestly, it was Talking Smack alone was one of the reasons why it made SmackDown better. And then what happened? Raw tried to do with Raw Talk, but anything Raw Talk should be the one game canceled. 205, nobody watches 205, yet that's still going on. But Talking Smack is gone. It doesn't add up. Raw Talk stays, but yet 205 stays, but yet Talking Smack gets canceled. Because apparently not enough people are watching. Well, if that's the case, then nobody's watching 205 and nobody's watching Raw Talking either. So why aren't those programs getting canceled then? I mean, do you see what I'm trying to get at? It doesn't make any sense. It's honestly annoying, and quite frankly, I really hope Talking Smack comes back, and I just really hope the guy, because I love Talking Smack. I love watching the program. I think it's very good. The wrestlers kind of get to show who they are, and kind of speak from the heart. And sometimes they cut some of the best promos of their careers, like for example, The Miz. You know, I will admit I'm still not a Miz fan. Miz will never be one of my favorites, but respect for him as a talker, as a competitor. He's definitely improved in the ring. He's definitely better on the mic. And Talking Smack, in my opinion, was the day where I was like, okay, I actually starting to like The Miz. And it was because of Talking Smack. And, Kevin Owens is always funny. The Usos on there are always great to have. So, honestly, it's just shocking. It's shocking to hear that it's honestly just shocking. It's honestly just shocking to me personally. So with that being said, I really got nothing else to say. Unfortunately, neither Mitch or Ashton could come on, so which kind of sucks. I had to do this by myself. But they're always busy and whatnot, so I'm not surprised. But I kind of just want to get my 2 cents out there. Just talk about a little bit more of the Mae Young Classic. Really looking forward to that. No Pyro thing again. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. And then in terms of the Talking Smack, I really hope that they do bring it back soon, and they get rid of 205 and Raw Talk, because those two shows are just crap that no one gives a crap about. But at least people actually watch Talking Smack. Nobody watches Raw Talk or 205 Live. So that's my 2 cents in that. But either that, I think I'm just going to end this little video off. I just wanted my quick thoughts about this stuff. I'm planning on doing a movie review hopefully this weekend. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try to see the War of the Planet of the Apes this weekend, and I would love to do a review on it, because I haven't done many movie reviews, and I kind of like to do that, kind of expand. And of course, I'm possibly doing the Great American Bash match card, where we Raw versus SmackDown Fantasy Booking Show that Mitch and I are doing. I'm thinking of doing that probably Sunday. So either that, thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below and give me your thoughts about the whole Mae Young Classic. Are you looking forward to it? Who do you think is gonna win the tournament? What are your thoughts about the whole no Pyro for WWE, and then the Talking Smack being canceled? So let me know down below in the comments below. Either that, thank you guys for watching this video. Take care, all my peeps, and I'll see you guys next time.